In today's world, everyone has their own set of problems that they're dealing with, but you have people out there also working to make sure that life is easier for those who are going through a number of issues on a daily basis. In just a few minutes, you'll hear from two people who decided to step up, even when they were going through things of their own, to make a difference overall. And all of that was through nonprofit work, something that's quite common. In fact, in the U.S. alone, there are more than 1.8 million of these organizations, all with the same goal in mind, and that's to make change for the better and not a buck. That leads me to some of the problems that they may face, like funding, but we'll get to that later. In the meantime, here's Dutton Farm.
Good? Yeah. You happy, Janine? Dutton Farm is a nonprofit organization that provides skill building, community access, and supported employment for adults with developmental disabilities in Oakland and Macomb counties.
Jenny Brown started Dutton Farm back in 2010. The mission of the facilities consists of empowering and supporting adults who have disabilities, but it all started because of Jenny's sister, Becca.
I like work at a coffee shop. I went up.
Becca is incredibly smart and hardworking and kind and friendly, and upon graduation of high school, our opportunities were just different. So I just decided that this would be so much more fulfilling. You know, Becca always looks out for me. And she's super loyal and always sticks by my side, and so just wanted to do the same for her.
Dutton Farm has been fighting for inclusion in places where you usually don't see those with special needs.
We want them to feel like they have skill, and they have importance, and they have value, and something to contribute.
You'll find everything on the farm, from animals to activities to help those who are there. So far, the impact that's been made continues to inspire.
We aggressively pursue growth, and just to be able to provide a place for adults with disabilities that don't feel like they belong and have always been on the sidelines of life, to have a place where they can contribute and feel like they belong.
Jenny's looking forward to the day the Rochester Hills Farm will be able to expand into more locations across Southeast Michigan. But let's take a look at another nonprofit making a difference over an hour away in Ypsilanti. Destiny and Purpose Village Community Outreach, otherwise known as DAPCO.
I gained strength from the smiles that's on the faces of the people that we work with.
For the past 28 years, Tawana and her nonprofit Destiny and Purpose Community Outreach have been trying to help people of every single age.
We just believe that when you really work with families, you see the areas of need that they have.
The aim of the organization is to assist as many people as possible through about 8 different components, from infants to senior citizens.
I never dreamed of running a nonprofit agency. I was always busy in the community. I would work with women that aspired to have a business, and that's where we pretty much started. And then we started going into residential homes.
Funding can be a problem sometimes for nonprofits who rely on grants and donations to operate. According to the National Center on Charitable Statistics, over 30% of nonprofits in the U.S. fail within the first 10 years of operation. Tawana talks about some of the obstacles.
Lack of funding, consistently, sometimes volunteers. When those two things are lacking, most organizations have a slight handicap. It could be a slight handicap to a major handicap, but those two pieces need to be in place.
But thanks to grants, Tawana says that her organization has been able to acquire 2.8 acres of land where parts are being used to shelter homeless women, children, and veterans.
This is the Sponsor's Palace. This is what this house would be called.
There's also a youth summer program.
So you see anything else in there that needs to come out?
But why does Tawana do it? She says she loves to inspire.
And hearing their stories, how our program has impacted their life. And it keeps me going. It gives me something to reach for. I know we're gonna make a difference in somebody's life.
And here on Solutionaries, we have said time and time again that you have to be the change that you want to see. And that's exactly what's happening with the people that we have spoken to. Just imagine how many people could make a difference if they all stepped up in a similar fashion. And no, it might not be the solution for everyone, but at least it's a start.
We'd like to hear what you think about the topic. Leave us a comment below. And be sure to subscribe to our Solutionaries channel. We're just getting started.